The finger hovers, screen glows. Not texting, yet checking again. The same words, the same silence. Each tap, a pull. Regret loops, unseen. The mind knows it changes nothing. Still, it reaches. Pain doesn't need proof. The heart races, then slows. Another night, another glance. The habit carves deeper, invisible. No one sees. No one needs to. The damage is done, in quiet. Why seek proof when the answer never shifts? The mind chases closure that doesn't exist, clinging to fragments, holding on to nothing. The screen lies, always has. What's left is the weight, not theirs, yours. Every check, a choice. Every pause, a chance. But the loop runs, unseen, unstopped, familiar. Each glance builds a wall. Numbness grows, not loud, not sudden, silent. The self withdraws further. No one notices. No one needs to. The mind traps itself in routines it knows are wrong. Isolation isn't the absence of others. It's the absence of you. Every tap, a step away. Every moment spent, a moment lost. The cost isn't seen until it's felt. Heavy, always there, behind the chest. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." The screen pulls, but it doesn't own you. Detach. The weight isn't truth. The loop isn't fate. Let go, not for them. For you, the mind can stop. The finger can rest. Stillness waits. What's this pause? Freedom, or just another denial? The mind knows the pattern, yet repeats, chasing proof or running from truth. Every check, a mirror. Every silence, a choice. See it, not them, you. The loop doesn't end until the hand stops. Witness what's left. The cycle spins until you observe it. Nothing moves until you do. Why hold the thought when it cuts deeper? The mind replays. A name, a moment, regret, silent. Why? Explain. To no one. The urge pulls. To check. To prove. Pain loops. What changes when the screen stays dark? Clinging to what? A shadow? A lie? Why chase what's already gone? The heart races, then stills. Numbness waits. Is this pause, stillness, or just escape? Why repeat? What breaks you? The hand hovers, but doesn't move. Detac. What's left when you stop? The mind asks, but answers lie in silence. Principle 1. Stop chasing shadows. The mind reaches for a name, a face, a moment. Chasing, always chasing. The screen lights up, fingers move. Another check, another scroll. The heart says, this time, it'll shift. This time, proof will come. But the screen stays silent. No answers, no closure. Just the same loop. Again. The urge pulls, like a tide. Familiar, heavy. Each tap, a step deeper into nothing. The mind knows it's empty, yet it moves, clinging to what? A shadow, a lie. The truth sits cold, unseen. You chase what's already gone. Every check builds a cage, invisible, not loud, not sudden. The self withdraws further. No one sees. No one needs to. The cost isn't in the moment. It's in the drift. Emptiness grows, not from their absence, but from your pursuit. Each glance, a choice. Each pause, ignored. The mind traps itself in a cycle it built. Isolation isn't their fault. It's the weight of holding on. The damage carves silent behind the chest. Epictetus said, "Freedom is not procured by a full enjoyment of what is desired, but by controlling the desire." The screen pulls, but it doesn't own you. Detak, the urge isn't truth. The chase isn't fate. Withdraw, not for them, for you. The hand can stop. The heart can slow. Silence waits. Break the loop. Not tomorrow. Now. See the pattern and step back. The shadow fades when you turn away. The action is simple, cold. Withdraw. Observe the urge. Don't touch the screen. Don't seek the proof. Pause. Let the wave pass. It always does. The mind fights, but it learns. Each moment you don't chase, a peace returns. Not peace, not joy, clarity. The truth doesn't hide in their silence. It's here, in your choice. Stop, breath. The loop breaks when you do. The chase ends, not with answers, with refusal. You don't owe anything. The mind pauses, but the world doesn't. A breath, a shift. The next truth waits, cold, unyielding. Principle 2. Break the loop of regret. The thought comes uninvited. A moment, a word, a choice not made. Regret whispers, you could have, you should have. The mind replays the same scene, the same silence. Over and over, the clock ticks, but the past doesn't move. Overthinking, it binds. The heart sinks, heavy, not loud, not sharp, just there, always there. The mind knows it can't change, yet it digs deeper, searching for what? An answer? A fix? The truth is cold. There's nothing left to find. Each replay steals the present. Grief grows, not from what was lost, but from what you carry. The mind loops, silent, unseen. No one knows. No one needs to. The cost isn't in the memory, it's in the grip. Holding on to a story that ended. The self fades further, not because of them, because of you. Every thought, a chain. Every pause, ignored. Numbness spreads when the mind won't stop. The chain tightens, but you hold the key. Detach. The past doesn't own you. The thought isn't truth. Breathing through, let it pass. The mind fights, but it learns. Write one truth, now. Not why, not how, just what is. The loop weakens when you see it. The weight lifts when you stop digging. Silence isn't surrender, it's power. The present waits, unclaimed. The action is stark, simple. Pause. When regret pulls, don't follow. Sit with it. Write one line, one truth, no more. The mind resists. Let it. The wave fades, always does. Each moment you don't replay, a piece returns. Not answers, not relief. Awareness. The truth doesn't hide in what was. It's here, in your breath. Observe. The loop breaks when you do. The past speaks, but you don't have to listen. Pain doesn't mean truth. A man sits alone. The room is dark. The thought comes. He writes one line. then stops. Detachment begins. The silence settles, but the mind stirs. Another truth waits, sharp, unyielding. Principle 3. Silence. The need to explain. The words form unasked. A defense, a reason. Explaining to no one. The mind races, crafting stories. Why it happened, why you stayed, why you tried. The tongue moves, or the fingers type, seeking ears that don't hear, seeking eyes that don't see. The urge burns, to be understood, to be seen, but the silence returns, always. No reply, no nod, just the weight. Heavy. The truth is cold, no one asked. Each word builds a trap. Shame grows, not from their silence, but from your need. The mind spins, silent, unseen. No one knows, no one needs to. The cost isn't in the moment, it's in the loss. Loss of you. The self erodes further. Not because they left, because you plead. Every sentence, a chain. Every pause, ignored. Invisible wounds deepen when the mind won't stop. Seneca wrote, "You have no need to justify yourself. The urge pulls, but it doesn't own you. Say less. The need isn't truth. The explanation isn't fate. Hold the line. Not for them, for you. The tongue can still. The fingers can rest. Silence waits. Break the cycle. Not tomorrow. Now. See the need and step back. The trap fades when you turn away. The action is clear, cold. Refrain. When the urge to explain rises, pause. Breath. Let it pass. It always does. The mind fights, but it learns. Say less or nothing. The truth doesn't need their nod. It's here, in your choice. Stop. Observe. The cycle breaks when you do. The need speaks, but you don't have to answer. No explanation. The room quiets, but the urge lingers. Another truth waits. Stark. Unyielding. Principle 4. Detach from false hope. The mind clings to a promise. A maybe. A what if. Hoping blindly. For closure. For return. The heart whispers. They'll see. They'll change. The screen stays dark, but the hope burns. Each day, a new weight. Each silence, a new excuse. The urge pulls to believe, to hold. But the truth is cold. Hope lies. Always has. The story ends, but the mind writes on. Chasing nothing. One path binds, hoping it consumes. The mind waits for a sign that never comes. Rejection festers, silent, unseen. No one knows. No one needs to. The cost isn't in the absence. It's in the grip. Emptiness grows. Not from their choice, but from yours. Every maybe, a wait. Every pause, ignored. The self fades further. Not because they left, because you stayed, waiting for a lie. Another path frees. Detachment, it cuts. The mind resists. Let it unhook. The hope isn't truth. The weight isn't fate. See the void, not as loss, but as space. The heart fights, but it learns. Release, not for them, for you. The truth doesn't hide. In their return, it's here, in your breath. Observe. The cycle breaks when you do. The action is stock, simple. Pause. When hope pulls, Don't follow. Sit with it. Let the wave pass. It always does. The mind screams, let it. See the truth. Cold. Clear. The void isn't empty. It's yours. Detach. The cycle ends when you choose. The wait stops, not with their answer, with your refusal. Let go isn't weakness. The mind is a room, cluttered. Clear one corner. Stillness grows. The silence deepens, but the truth sharpens. Another cut waits, cold, unyielding. Principle 5. Pause before collapse. Reacting, it strikes. A word, a glance, a silence. The chest tightens. The mind races. The urge surges to speak, to fix, to fight. Fingers hover, ready to type, ready to prove. The heart pounds, loud, fast. The trigger pulls, and the mind follows. Again, the same spiral, the same trap. The truth is cold. Reaction doesn't solve. It binds. The cycle spins, unstopped. Each response builds a cage. Anxiety grows, not from their words, but from your rush. The mind leaps, silent, unseen. No one knows. No one needs to. The cost isn't in the moment. It's in the drift. Control slips further. Not because of them, because of you. Every word sent a weight. Every pause ignored. The self fractures when the mind won't wait. CHAOS, silent, behind the eyes. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." The trigger pulls, but it doesn't own you. Pause. The urge isn't truth. The reaction isn't fate. Stay still. Not for them. For you. The heart races. Let it. The mind fights. Let it. Breath. The wave passes. Always does. Silence is your ground. See the trigger and step back. The spiral fades when you don't move. The action is sharp. Cold. Pause. When the urge to react rises, stop. Breath. Count 1, 2, 3. Let it pass. The mind screams, let it. Stay still. The truth doesn't need your defense. It's here, in your silence. Observe. The cycle breaks when you hold. The trigger speaks, but you don't have to answer. Stillness is enough. The breath slows, but the world hums. Another truth waits. Stark, unyielding. Principle 6. Unhook from memory. The mind is a vault. Locked. Inside, a message, a photo, a voice, clinging to fragments. The hand reaches, not checking, but close. The screen tempts. One tap, one glimpse. The heart whispers, it's still there. The memory holds, tight, unseen. The urge burns, to return, to feel. But the truth is cold. Memory lies, always has. The past is gone, but the mind stays. Each return carves a wound. Numbness spreads, not from their absence, but from your grip. The mind lingers, silent, unseen. No one knows. No one needs to. The cost isn't in the moment. It's in the drift. Presence fades further. Not because they left, because you hold. Every glimpse, a chain. Every pause, ignored. The self slips when the mind won't release. Emptiness, silent, behind the chest. The memory is a stone, heavy. You carry it until you don't detach. The past isn't truth. The fragment isn't fate. Release, not For them, for you, the hand can stop, the heart can still. Silence waits. Unhook the chain, not tomorrow, now. See the memory and let it fall. The stone sinks when you drop it. The action is clear, cold, not checking. When the urge rises, pause, breath, let it pass. It always does. The mind fights, let it. Delete one fragment or none. Just stop. The truth doesn't live in what was. It's here, in your breath. Observe. The vault opens when you walk away. The memory pulls, but you don't have to follow. The void is where it clears. A man refreshes a profile daily, finds nothing. He closes the app. Detachment begins. The quiet grows, but the truth cuts. Another edge waits, cold, unyielding. Principle 7. Refuse the pull of shame. The mind whispers, you failed. You weren't enough. Shame binds, silent. The chest tightens, a word unsaid, a choice unmade. The urge surges to hide, to suppress, to bury the truth. The heart sinks heavy, not loud, not sharp, just there, always there. The thought loops, you should have been better, stronger, more. The truth is, cold, shame, lies, always has. The flaw isn't you, it's the grip. The mind assumes shame is truth. It's not. Suppressing. It grows. Invisible wounds deepen, not from what was done, but from what you carry. The mind conceals, silent, unseen. No one knows. No one needs to. The cost isn't in the moment. It's in the drift. The self erodes further, not because of their judgment, because of yours. Every silence, a weight. Every truth, avoided. Isolation spreads when the mind won't face. The assumption traps. You believe you're broken. Step in. You're not. Witness the shame. It's just a thought, not fate. Detach. The mind fights. Let it. See the lie cold, clear. The truth doesn't need your defense. It's here, in your breath. Unhook. Not for them, for you. The heart slows when you stop hiding. Silence isn't weakness, it's power. The trap breaks when you see. The action is stark, simple. Pause. When shame pulls, don't hide. Sit with it. Name one truth now. Not why, not how, just what is. The mind resists. Let it. Breath. The wave fades. Always does. The truth doesn't live in their eyes. It's here, in your ground. Observe. The cycle ends when you refuse. The shame speaks, but you don't have to listen. Detachment is a form of respect. The truth settles, but the mind shifts. Another cut waits. Sharp, unyielding. Principle 8. End the cycle of avoidance. A man stands at the edge. The truth waits, cold, unseen. He turns away, avoiding. Again, the mind flees, to noise, to work, to screens. The heart races, not from fear, but from running. The urge pulls to escape, to bury. The moment passes, but the weight stays, heavy, silent. The truth is cold. Avoidance doesn't erase. It binds. The cycle spins, unstopped. Each turn builds a wall. Fear grows, not from the truth, but from the flight. The mind distracts, silent, unseen. No one knows. No one needs to. The cost isn't in the moment. It's in the drift. Presence fades further. Not because of what was, because of what you won't face. Every distraction, a chain. Every pause, ignored. Isolation deepens when the mind won't stop. Numbness, silent, behind the eyes. He stands again. The truth still waits. See it. The urge to run. It's just a pull, not fate. Sit with it, not for answers. For you. The mind fights. Let it. Breath. The wave passes. Always does. The truth doesn't chase. It stays. Cold. Clear. Walk toward, not away. The cycle breaks when you face. The action is sharp. Cold. Pause. When the urge to avoid rises, stop. Breath. Name one truth. Now. Not why. Not how. Just what is. The mind screams. Let it. See. Don't run. The truth doesn't need your escape. It's here, in your ground. Observe. The cycle ends when you turn. The truth waits, but you don't have to run. You can end without drama. Why face it? It hurts. Then sit with it. The silence sharpens, but the truth holds. Another edge waits. Stark, unyielding. Principle 9. Command the present. The mind clings to promises, old words, old vows, holding on to what was said. The heart whispers, they meant it, they'll return. The truth is cold, promises fade, always have. The past pulls, heavy, unseen. The urge burns, to wait, to hope. The clock ticks, but nothing shifts. The cycle spins, silent. The mind stays, stuck, chasing ghosts. Each wait steals the now. Loss grows, not from their absence, but from your grip. The mind lingers, silent, unseen. No one knows. No one needs to. The cost isn't in the promise. It's in the pause. Presence erodes further. Not because they broke, because you hold. Every hope, a weight. Every moment, ignored. The self slips when the mind won't move. Emptiness, silent, behind the chest. The system fails. Old promises crash. Rebuild. Self-command. It cuts. The past isn't truth. The vow isn't fate. Disengage. Not for them. For you. The mind fights. Let it. Ground. The truth doesn't live in what was. It's here, in your breath. Release. The system resets when you choose. The action is stark, cold. Pause. When the urge to hold rises, stop. Breath. Let it pass. It always does. The mind screams, let it. Step back. The truth doesn't need their return. It's here, in your ground. Observe. The cycle ends when you command. The past pulls, but the present waits. Not doing is power to. 80% of regrets stem from unsent messages, unkept promises. Let go. The quiet deepens, but the truth sharpens. Another cut waits, cold, unyielding. Principle 10. Reject the urge to please. The smile forms, unasked. The words shift to soothe, pleasing. Again, the mind bends to their nod, their approval. The heart whispers, this will keep them. This will hold you. The urge pulls, to agree, to adapt, to fit. The truth is cold, pleasing lies. Always has. Their nod fades, but the cost stays. Heavy, silent. The cycle spins, unseen. Each effort builds a cage. Self-command erodes not from their rejection, but from your surrender. The mind twists, silent, unseen. No one knows. No one needs to. The cost isn't in the moment, it's in the drift. The self fades further, not because they turned, because you bowed. Every nod, a weight. Every truth, suppressed. Rejection grows when the mind won't stand. Shame, silent, behind the eyes. Seneca wrote, "He who needs others is a slave. The urge pulls, but it doesn't own you. Refrain, their approval isn't truth, their nod isn't fate. Say less, not for them, for you." The mind fights. Let it. Hold the line. The truth doesn't need their agreement. It's here, in your ground, breath. The cycle breaks when you stand. The action is clear, cold. Pause. When the urge to please rises, stop. Breath. Let it pass. It always does. The mind screams. Let it. Say less or nothing. The truth doesn't live in their eyes. It's here, in your silence. Observe. The cycle ends when you refuse. The need to please speaks, but you don't have to answer. You don't have to react. The silence settles, but the truth sharpens. Another edge waits, stark, unyielding. Principle 11. Face the emptiness. The mind runs to noise, to screens, to tasks, escaping the void. The heart whispers. Fill it, distract it. The urge pulls to move, to scroll, to forget. The silence waits, cold, unseen. The truth is stark. Emptiness doesn't fade. It grows. The cycle spins, silent. The mind flees, but the void follows, always. The weight settles, heavy, behind the chest. Each escape deepens the hole. Emptiness grows, not from what's gone, but from what you avoid. The mind races, silent, unseen. No one knows, no one needs to. The cost isn't in the quiet, it's in the flight. Presence erodes further, not because of loss, because of denial. Every distraction, a chain. Every pause, ignored. Numbness spreads when the mind won't sit. Isolation, silent, behind the eyes. The void speaks. I am here. Be here. The urge to run, it's just a pull, not fate. Sit with it, not for answers, for you. The mind fights, let it. Breath. The truth doesn't hide in noise. It's here, in the quiet. Observe. The cycle breaks when you stay. The action is cold, simple. Pause. When the urge to escape rises, stop. Breath. Let it pass. It always does. The mind screams, let it. Be here. The truth doesn't need your distraction. It's here, in your ground, witness. The cycle ends when you face. The void waits, but you don't have to run. Stillness is enough. A woman burns a letter. The ashes fall. Freedom begins. The quiet sharpens, but the truth holds. Another cut waits, cold, unyielding. Principle 12. Break the grip of fear. The mind freezes. A thought, a risk, a step. Fear grips, silent. The chest tightens. The heart whispers, don't move. Stay safe. The urge pulls to retreat, to Denny, to wait. The truth is cold. Fear lies, always has. The step isn't danger, the grip is. The cycle spins unseen. The mind holds, but nothing shifts. Heavy, always there, behind the eyes. Each retreat builds a cage. Anxiety grows, not from what's ahead, but from what you avoid. The mind shrinks, silent, unseen. No one knows, no one needs to. The cost isn't in the moment, it's in the drift. Presence fades further, not because of the risk, because of the pause. Every denial, a weight. Every truth, ignored. Isolation deepens when the mind won't face. Numbness, silent, behind the chest. Epictetus wrote, "What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. The fear pulls, but it doesn't own you. Step back. The thought isn't truth. The grip isn't fate. Breath, not for safety, for you. The mind fights, let it. See the fear, cold, clear. The truth doesn't hide, in retreat. It's here, in your ground. Observe. The cycle breaks when you move. The action is stark, cold. Pause. When fear rises, stop. Breath. Count 1, 2, 3. Let it pass. It always does. The mind screams, let it. Step back. The truth doesn't need your denial. It's here, in your silence. Witness. The cycle ends when you face. The fear speaks, but you don't have to listen. Pain doesn't mean truth. The silence settles, but the edge sharpens. Another truth waits, stark, unyielding. Principle 13. Release the need for proof. The mind searches for a sign, a word, a glance, chasing evidence of worth. The screen glows, fingers hover. The heart whispers, this time they'll see. This time it'll prove. The urge pulls to check, to seek, to know. The truth is cold. Proof lies, always has. Their silence isn't judgment. Your search is. The cycle spins, silent. The mind hunts, but nothing shifts. Heavy, always there, behind the chest. Each search builds a trap. Rejection festers, not from their absence, but from your need. The mind loops, silent, unseen. No one knows, no one needs to. The cost isn't in the moment, it's in the drift. Self-command erodes further, not because they turned, because you seek. Every check, a weight. Every pause, ignored. Emptiness grows when the mind won't stop. Shame, silent, behind the eyes. The mind is a mirror, cracked. It shows fragments, not truth. Detach. Their nod isn't worth. Their silence isn't fate. Hold nothing, not for them, for you. The mind fights, let it. Release. The truth doesn't live in their eyes. It's here, in your breath. See the crack, cold, clear. The mirror clears when you stop looking. The action is stark, cold. Pause. When the urge to chase rises, stop. Breath. Let it pass. It always does. The mind screams, let it. Hold nothing. The truth doesn't need their proof. It's here, in your ground. Observe. The cycle ends when you refuse. The search pulls, but you don't have to follow. You don't owe anything. Seneca wrote, "In exile, no one heard. Silence was his strength." The quiet deepens, but the truth cuts. Another edge waits, cold, unyielding. Principle 14. Silence over reaction. The sting lands. A word, a look, a slight. Reacting. It rises. The chest burns. The mind spins. The urge surges to speak, to defend, to strike. Fingers twitch, ready to type, ready to prove. The heart races, loud, sharp. The trigger pulls, and the mind follows. Again, the same spiral, the same trap. The truth is, cold reaction doesn't free. It binds. The cycle spins, unseen. One path traps, reekting. It consumes. Shame grows, not from their slight, but from your rush. The mind leaps, silent, unseen. No one knows. No one needs to. The cost isn't in the moment. It's in the drift. Control fades further. Not because of their words, because of yours. Every response, a wait. Every pause, ignored. Anxiety deepens when the mind won't wait. Shouts, silent, behind the eyes. Another path, freeze, silence. It cuts. The urge to strike, it's just a pull. Not fate, non-reaction. Not for them, for you. The mind fights, let it. Witness the sting, cold, clear. The truth doesn't need your defense. It's here, in your breath. Breath. The wave passes, always does. The cycle breaks when you hold. The action is sharp, cold. Pause. When the urge to react rises, stop. Breath. Count 1, 2, 3. Let it pass. It always does. The mind screams, let it. Witness. The truth doesn't live in their words. It's here, in your silence. Observe. The cycle ends when you choose. The sting speaks, but you don't have to answer. Silence isn't surrender. The breath slows, but the world hums. Another truth waits, stark, unyielding. Principle 15. Override the past. The mind replays. A scene, a word, a wound. Overthinking. It binds. The heart whispers. You could have. You should have. The urge pulls. To dig. To fix. To rewrite. The clock ticks, but the past doesn't move. The truth is cold. The past lies. Always has. The wound isn't truth. The grip is. The cycle spins. Silent. The mind stays. Trapped. Heavy. Always there. Behind the chest. The mind assumes. The past defines. It doesn't. Overthinking, it consumes. Grief grows. Not from what was, but from what you carry. The mind loops. Silent. Unseen. No one knows. No one needs to. The cost isn't in the memory. It's in the hold. Presence erodes. Further. Not because of what happened. Because of what you won't release. Every replay, a wait. Every pause, ignored. Numbness deepens when the mind won't stop. The assumption traps. You believe the past is fate. Step in. It's not. See the thought. It's just a loop. Not truth. Break loop. Not for answers. For you. The mind fights. Let it. Breath. The truth doesn't live in what was. It's here. In your ground. Observe. The cycle breaks. when you override. The action is stark, cold. Pause. When the urge to replay rises, stop. Breath. Write one truth. Now. Not why, not how, just what is. The mind screams. Let it. See. The truth doesn't need your rewrite. It's here, in your silence. Witness. The cycle ends when you choose. The past pulls, but you don't have to follow. The void is where it clears. The quiet settles, but the edge sharpens. Another truth waits, stark, unyielding. Principle 16. Stand in the quiet. The mind seeks noise, voices, motion, slinging to anything but silence. The heart races, afraid of the still. The urge pulls to fill, to move, to drown. The quiet waits, cold, unseen. The truth is stark. Silence doesn't break. It holds. The cycle spins, silent. The mind runs, but the quiet stays, always heavy. Behind the chest, each flight builds a trap. Isolation grows, not from the quiet, but from the escape. The mind flees, silent, unseen. No one knows. No one needs to. The cost isn't in the pause, it's in the rush. Presence fades further, not because of the void, because of the noise. Every sound, a weight. Every silence, avoided. Numbness spreads when the mind won't rest. Chios, silent, behind the eyes. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter retreat than in his own soul. The noise pulls, but it doesn't own you. Stay still. The urge isn't truth. The rush isn't fate. Quiet, not for peace. For you, the mind fights. Let it. Breath. The truth doesn't hide in motion. It's here, in the still. Observe. The cycle breaks. When you stand, pause. When the urge to cling rises, stop. Breath. Let it pass. It always does. The mind screams. Let it. Stay still. The truth doesn't need your noise. It's here, in your ground. Witness. The cycle ends when you rest. The noise fades when you don't chase. Detachment is a form of respect. The silence deepens, but the truth sharpens. Another cut waits, cold, unyielding. Principle 17. Refuse the pull of drama. A man stands in the storm. Words fly. Tensions rise, attaching to the chaos. The mind leaps to argue, to prove, to win. The heart burns, loud, sharp. The urge pulls to dive in, to fight, to hold. The scene unfolds, but the truth is cold. Drama lies, always has. The storm isn't truth, the grip is. The cycle spins, silent. The man stays, trapped, heavy, behind the eyes. Each leap feeds the fire. Pain grows, not from their words, but from your dive. The mind engages, silent, unseen. No one knows, no one needs to. The cost isn't in the clash, it's in the drift. Presence fades, further. Not because of the fight, because of the choice. Every word, a weight. Every pause, ignored. Anxiety deepens when the mind won't walk away. Chaos, silent, behind the chest. He stands again. The storm still rages. Walk away. The urge to fight, it's just a pull. Not fate. Release. Not for them. For you, the mind fights, let it. Breath. The truth doesn't live in the storm. It's here, in your ground. Observe. The cycle breaks when you turn. The action is stark, cold. Pause. When the urge to attach arises, stop. Breath. Let it pass. It always does. The mind screams, let it. Walk away. The truth doesn't need your fight. It's here, in your silence. Witness. The cycle ends when you choose. The storm pulls, but you don't have to stay. You can end without drama. Why fight? It's right. Then let it be. The quiet settles, but the truth cuts. Another edge waits. Cold, unyielding. Principle 18. Build the inner line. The mind waits for a fix, a word, a return, hoping blindly for external answers. The heart whispers, they'll see, they'll stay. The urge pulls to seek, to plead, to chase. The truth is cold. The external lies, always has. Their choice isn't truth. Your weight is. The cycle spins, silent. The mind clings, but nothing shifts. Heavy, always there. Behind the chest, the system fails. External hopes crash. Loss grows, not from their absence, but from your need. The mind leans, silent, unseen. No one knows, no one needs to. The cost isn't in the moment. It's in the drift. Presence erodes further, not because they left, because you seek. Every hope, await, every pause, ignored. Emptiness deepens when the mind won't stand. Numbness, silent. Behind the eyes, rebuild. Self-command, it holds. The external isn't truth. The need isn't fate. Ground, not for them. For you. The mind fights. Let it. Breath. The truth doesn't live in their hands. It's here, in your silence. Observe. The system resets when you build the line. The action is stark, cold. Pause. When the urge to hope rises, stop. Breath. Let it pass. It always does. The mind screams, let it. Ground. The truth doesn't need their answer. It's here, in your choice. Witness. The cycle ends when you stand. The external pulls, but the inner line holds. Not doing is power too. The mind pauses. The storm quiets. No answers came. No proof arrived. Yet the weight shifts lighter. Not because they spoke. Not because they stayed. Because you stopped. Stopped chasing. Stopped explaining. Stopped hoping. The silence grows. Not empty. Not heavy. Clear. The truth isn't in their hands. It's in yours. Always was. A man sits alone. The phone is dark. The urge rises to check, to reach. He breathes. 1, 2, 3. The wave passes. He stays. Stillness holds. Not peace. Not joy. Awareness. The cycle broke. Not with their return. With his refusal. Detachment isn't loss. It's power. The ground forms. Cold. Solid. His. The quiet isn't surrender. It's command. Each pause, a choice. Each silence, a line. The mind fights. Let it. The heart pulls. Let it. Breath. The truth doesn't need their nod. It doesn't need your proof. It's here. In the still. Witness. The void isn't your enemy. It's your space. Seneca wrote, "While we wait for life, life passes. The wait ends when you choose ground, not for them, for you." The cycle spins until you see it. The line holds when you hold it. Silence is your strength. The truth waits, cold, clear, unyielding. A woman walks. The street is dark. She doesn't check the screen. Freedom grows. The breath slows. The truth sharpens. One final pause waits, cold, unyielding. The silence settles, deep. Not forced, not fragile. A choice. Non-reaction it holds. The mind wanders, but returns. The heart pulls, but stills. The urge to chase, to explain, to cling, it rises, always will. The truth is cold, urges pass, always do. The line isn't built in one moment, but in every pause, every breath, every refusal. A man stands. The room is quiet. The screen tempts. He doesn't move. Not checking. The thought comes. He doesn't follow. Breathing through. The past speaks. He doesn't answer. Detachment grows, not as absence, as strength. The ground holds, not because they stayed, because he did. Self-command, it's not loud. It's still. It's here. The system rebuilds, one choice at a time. Pause, see, witness. The truth doesn't need their words, their proof, their return. It's here, in your ground. Observe. The cycle breaks, not with answers, with refusal. Silence isn't weakness, it's weight. Cold peace isn't happiness, it's enough. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. The mind chooses the color, the line, the truth, ground, not for them, for you." The cycle spins until you stop. The strength isn't in the fight, it's in the pause. Stillness is your power. The truth waits, cold, clear, unyielding. The phone is off, hands still, breath slows, stillness holds. The phone is dark, hands rest. The room is still, no sound. Breath slows, steady. Nothing moves except the chest. Rising, falling, the world hums. Outside. Inside, quiet. Not forced, not fragile. A choice. No message sent, no proof sought. The urge came and passed. Non-reaction held. Not loud, not grand. Just there. The silence isn't empty. It's ground. The pause isn't weak. It's weight. Stillness. Carved from refusal. Not theirs. Yours. The truth sits cold, clear, unseen. Is this quiet, freedom, or just another pause? The mind asks. No answer comes. No answer needs to. The line holds, not for them, for you. Witness the still, not what was, not what might be, what is. Silence is enough. Sit with it.